Hey, what's up, guys? It's Josh with Sohn. We're back on another episode here today. Today, we're actually going to do a special presentation of Edu Prado Sounds, or known as EPS. They were kind enough to reach out to me, and they are a up-and-coming sample development company. I think they've been around for just a little while, and I thought I'd shine a light on them and kind of just go over what they have so far. They have some really cool libraries, in particular the Rathgar Pipe Organ, which is out right now, and they are working on one called Massive Gongs that I had the pleasure of working on as well. So I'm gonna just touch a little bit of every library that they have in their website, and then we'll have a lot of fun with it as we go. Also, I just wanted to just make a few announcements before we dive into it. First off, there's a movie called The Nameless Days that I had the pleasure of working on with Christian Davis as an additional music writer. I was also a music editor for that movie. It's not out in like a major theatrical release or anything, but they do have releases on Vudu that I just found, and other streaming platforms that you could search. So that's called The Nameless Days. I actually have a little poster to show you guys to get you guys excited. Look at that. So that's The Nameless Days. The other announcement that I wanted to go over with you is that I'm working on a musical, and there's actually some music that I'm writing for, in particular from the last episodes, and even with this little cue that you see in front, that is actually for the musical as well, using actually the Edu Prado Sounds. Also, last announcement, I have a album out. It's called Soundtrack Originals Volume 2. Kind of generic for lack of a better word, but it is a collection of soundtrack cues for films, games, and other things that I compiled together, and they were written over the last 3 years, so I'd love to have you guys listen to it if you can. This is the album cover for that, and you can check it out on Spotify, Apple Music, everywhere else you get your music. There's a link actually in the descriptions below. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to turn off this music here, and what I want to do is go over, let's see, this little cue that I wrote, and also just to let you know, all the sounds from here to here, there are some exceptions to that. We're all from the Edu Prado Sounds library. So I'll go ahead and press play, and then we'll kind of dissect what is happening. Okay, great. So what does that sound like to you guys? This was actually for a particular function. It's something that is used for a game show in the musical, in this play. So this is more ambient stuff, and there'll be a guy asking questions that are from like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire or Jeopardy, something like that. And then the kid, they're high school students, so the kid will have to answer those trivia questions. So it's just a little scene from that. But all of the sounds that you just heard were from there. And then I do have some extra stuff, so I'll play that as well eventually. But let's dive into the notebook as a first library. And welcome, Latoria. It's good to see you. So the notebook here is basically a notebook that they sampled. When I first saw that, I loved it because I'm a percussionist, and I used to make music in a junkyard band. I played with the band for 8 years. We went to Vegas. We play around locally a lot, and it was just like making music with whatever you could find. You know, we did pots, pans, buckets, glass lids, little PVC pipes, and so this is right up my alley. I'm gonna just play this sound. So as you can hear, oh yeah, and I also have this on, let's see here, a arpeggiator, so I'm going to turn that off. Right, so this is very short, as you can hear. And also, the volume might be kind of quiet, so what I'll do is I'll just boost that up a little bit for you guys. Let's try that. Hopefully that's better. Okay, so that's just a notebook that's sampled, and they just pitch them up and down from there. Then there's also a little percussion sound. So these are more the traditional sounds that you're hearing, right? So paper stuff, the things that they sample with different paper, page turns, things like that. So, but I thought the elastic was pretty nice. It does remind me of a PVC pipe a little bit. Anyways, I thought that would be a great opportunity to make something like this. So I'm going to just mute that. And I'm just doing like a what? I'm doing an F 7th chord, just the 7th and the root. And then that is going under everything else. So let's talk about some other stuff. I can just go down the list here. I'm going to save this one actually for last, the Massive Gongs, just because I want to help them out. And this is a library that isn't out yet, so I just wanted to maybe save the best for last there. We have extended mandolin. Let's hear that. Okay, I'm also doing some kind of modulation there. And tell you what, I need to probably just boost everything up by, let's say, 6 dBs, because I didn't master this yet. So if I put a little mastering plugin like the L1, let's just add that in real quick and boost that volume up for you. Okay, so bring the threshold like so. And let's go back up top. All right, so let's see how that sounds out. It's probably a little better. Okay, so what you're hearing is actually is processed with FX modulator. I'm going to turn that off. Okay, so Edu Prado, they actually sampled this, and when I say Edu Prado, that the company is actually ran by Edu Prado and Jan Spitzer. They sampled some mandolin that were bowed, I believe, and there's just different sounds you can get out of it. Let's see if I can get, there we go. Very heavenly. And let's see, just kind of give you an idea of what other sounds they have. So they have, let me mute this. You have like a bowed motion. Just gonna put that on Omni. Oops. So all sorts of applications you can do with this. I would say natively, like without any processing, it would layer really well with something that requires something gritty, right? Because of that bowed sound. Let's see. Let me go an octave lower, actually. just imagine little things you could do with that. I decided to actually make this more pulsy, so I put on what do you call a volume envelope here, as you can see, and I modulated that so that every 16th note it would just do this. And then I also did like a pan, like a LFO style panning, so it's just slowly going left and right. Well, it's not slowly, it's pretty fast, but it's not as extreme in the panning. Anyways, so that's just one fun idea for you guys who want to change your pads. You could always do that. That's a little trick. Let's try some other sounds. Actually, before I do that, let me actually just play for you a few of the other patches. So this is the bowed. Oh, sorry. I'll take out the arpeggiator for a sec. Okay. And it's pretty expressive. Using the mod wheel, you can get some volume going. Here is the pad motion, which is, I think, the one I'm using up here. Yep. I really like this one. It has a lot of motion. If it says motion on it, I'm thinking if you just hold on to it for like a minute, it'll do different things. I think that's what they mean by that. Let me try using the mod wheel. So that controls the volume. I don't think CC11 does anything. And here is pads. A little bit different. But this is a good sound. Very clean. It's not gritty. You could do a lot with that. So let me actually close out of that and unmute this. Okay, so that's the extended mandolin. Here is the sake bottle. Yeah, and Latoria, she just had a question here. Where did you say we could get these libraries? You can get this on their website, which I have a link on the descriptions below. And I think it's, let's see if I can find it real quick. I was just on there. Edu Prado Sounds. I think it's sounds.eduprado.com. I'll put that in the link as well, or in the live chat, I mean. Let's see where I'm at here. There we go. Boom. So this is the website, just so you know. Here's what that looks like. And you can go to the shop here. Go to products, all products. And there's a whole line of them. With different pricings. Actually, the ones on sale are already crossed off. You can pre-order some of the newer ones, like the massive gongs. I think that's the only one that isn't available right now, but everything else is available. So yeah, I'm gonna actually touch on. I'm gonna try to touch on every one of these in the next like 10 minutes, and then afterwards we do this. We're just gonna make some new music together, so like we always do. So let's go ahead to the sake bottle. Sake bottle is let me open the GUI for you right there. So this one also is paddy. Of course they did some processing to it. So let's actually dive into some of these other ones. I'm gonna do the same thing I did before. Oh, actually I'm in the wrong library. So let's find sake bottle. Let's do this one right here. Okay, and I also I also put some processing, of course. So let me get rid of that for a moment so you can hear just the naked samples itself. So this is very traditional. Right, let's do something tropical, something Latin almost with that, or Caribbean, I should say. With the bottle sounds, then you have something that's a little bit more processed. Let's hear this one. This has a strong front attack. Okay, and let's keep changing these. It's called the organic pads. So this one would be more paddy. Of course, this is by itself without any reverb. And let's see here. Putting that reverb back on, I'm just kind of curious if I were to at least do this. Yeah, that's the sound I think I had originally. Yeah, organic pads. And then we have the thick bass. Let's turn off the reverb again for a sec. Okay, there you go for that. Okay, so then let's move on. So that's a sake bottle. Really fun. I do like sample bottle sounds of like Boulder Sounds makes one too, I believe. But this is very clean, and I do like the pads on those. The next one is called Guitarmonics pad, or just the Guitarmonics. And I think there's also another one called Bode Guitar, so I'll play both of those for you. I'll put those side by side. So Guitarmonics here has some different patches as well. So it's probably exactly what you think. It's just the harmonics of a guitar, but I could be wrong. It could also, let me see if I remember what it is exactly here, because they have, looks like they have 5 different key switches. I'm going to turn off my little effects stuff for a sec. Okay, so you have here a good old pad. This is the percussion. Okay, so this one is sampled as is. I think this is a little deceptive because it's not, the notes, not all of them that are blue will be for each particular key switch. I think it starts here though. There you go. There we go. There's some good sounds. That's fun. Ooh, gotta love that. And then let's see. There's more. Great. And on this one, I might want to just bring the volume down just a tad. Let's go around there. Okay, so there is that. Let's go to the first key switch, finger style. So this sounds like harmonics to me, right? So you wouldn't really play it like a normal guitar, so to speak, but there is a finger style for that. So this would be really work well with things that have a lot of reverb tail, I think, and then you just kind of let that sustain. Here's pick. Okay, here's reverse. Right, kind of loud, sorry. Here is the pad again. Cool. So there you go on that. There's the Guitarmonics. How did I use this in the piece? Let's go back and just jog my memory here. I had some effects processing on there. I used Portal from Output and a little bit of reverb, I think. And it looks like this. Yeah, so the Portal is doing some, glitchy stuff to it, making it more pulsy too. So that's really fun to work with. And then the sake bottle, I'm not sure if I mentioned that. I think I skipped what I was doing here. So I also had all this junk in here. So this sounded to me like a good, like, I don't know, like a siren type of thing. But perfect for game show music. So there is the Guitarmonics, and then you can bundle that. It comes separate as well. This is called the Bode guitar. And as you can see, they also have 5 key switches. Let's look at that real quick. And actually, what I'll do is I'll play for you what I originally did. Okay. Kind of like the Bode Mandolin. Has that feel. It has that grittiness to it. And this is in Sol Pont as well. So of course it'll be more gritty because it's right by that bridge. Let's see. Then if you were to take off of all those effects on there, let's just play a little bit for you. Yeah, so it's good to experiment. What I sometimes do is I do chords with 4 notes, and if it's too much, I'll just dial it back to 3 or 2 notes. And every instrument, every VST library seems to work better in some ways than others. In my opinion, less is more for something like this, so like just 1 even. And then use a little... I mean, it has a lot of character, which this actually would work well in a lot of genres like drama or horror, thrillers. Here's long. I'm just going to switch it on this. This almost has a contrabass or cello character to it. Or if you're familiar with like a Mongolian, the Morian cure, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, the chur or the cure. Kind of has that sound. Here is a tremolo. That's actually pretty nice. I mean, pair that with some reverb. That's just a really good sound design element that you could add. And then pad, I think I did. Or maybe I didn't. Actually, this is new, sorry. Okay, that's with effects, and this is how it sounds without. Cool. So yeah, let's play around with some of these libraries after and make some music with it. Start to already get some ideas. And there's your harmonic. Again, that's with processing, without processing. Sounds like this. Cool. Yeah, perfect for, it has that short release. Of course, you could probably mess with the release and add reverb here as well. But when you pair that with some good reverb and effects, I think it sounds really good. Okay, let's try the Lightswitch. All right, so anyone that likes listening to sound effects and making it turn into music, a good example would be the Lightswitch song by Charlie Puth, right? Turn me on like a light switch, and then you just have that little light switch sound. So this is really fun. I actually put some arpeggiator on this, and that's how it sounds without it. If you just hold on to it, I'm doing 2 notes at a time, 3 notes at a time. I really like that one. Yeah, so very percussive. There's, you know, different little sounds you could probably add in here as well. What I decided to do here, though, is just use the arpeggiator, and I think I did something like this. Yeah, so with the idea is pair that with this other one, and it just kind of gives you like a tick-tock sound. So that's the idea behind that. So that's what I use the Lightswitch for. This one is the Rathgar Pipe Organ, and I'm not sure if I skipped anything else. There is, let's see, the Pepper Sounds and the Tom Superball. I haven't touched that yet, so I'll load those up in a sec. Let's dive into the Rathgar Pipe Organ. This is by far the VST instrument that impressed me the most so far, and that's because they sample the entire organ, a pipe organ, inside of a cathedral or church, I believe, and it sounds amazing. Let's see here. Let's see if I can get that. Let's see. Let's try this one instead. There we go. So this is a different patch. This one is called the Grand Organ, and that is right here. So this is just a full organ sound. Has a nice tone, and it's big. It sounds legit. So right, there's a lot of fun little fun things that you could do with that. But I mean, of course, you could play it like a regular pipe organ. On their website and their demos, they do the Bach toccata fugue, and so you can make it sound like just a traditional pipe organ, or you could do the Hans Zimmer thing, make it more of a cinematic sound. There's a lot of things you could do with the pipe organ, and there's not a lot of companies that sample pipe organs that I know of. I mean, yeah, sure. There's like the big ones probably have all their own styles. This one, to me, has the just a really good first impression when you hit a chord. And then whatever they did to put the right amount of reverb on there sounds great, just by default. I don't think I have any processing on there as well. So anyways, what's also nice about this, it comes complete with different types of reeds, different sounds that I can quickly just load in for you. So let's see here. This is a nasal reeds. I'm kind of playing it more jazzy, but let's see. It's full pipes. This one's a lot different. This is just the flute and the celeste. Has a nice sound, very clean, very pure. This is the closed reeds. Let's go down a little bit. followed by the open reeds. Okay, full octaves, full pipes and full octave. That's interesting. Okay, here's a medieval march. That's nice. Yeah, it gives a nice vintage character to it. This is full medieval. Oh, that's nice. There's two more, it looks like. Well, actually three more. The muted oboe. And then there's a recitative. Ooh, that's nice. I like how the amount of reverb that they dialed in right away sounds amazing. That's a good amount. Just that wow factor. And then this is the Rathgar Pipe Organ by Edu Prado. So that versus a grand organ, I'm not sure what the difference is. I'm sure that explains that somewhere in the manual. Great. I actually copied over some MIDI that I wrote for a short little scene, and this pipe organ is actually incomplete. The actual passage, there's orchestra and other things happening in it, but I thought I'd just play for you how that would sound with this. Give an idea. There's a big tail at the end. You can hear like about 6 to 8 seconds, something like that. It's great. So that is the Edu Prado Sounds Rathgar Pipe Organ. I really do enjoy pipe organ. I'm a big fan of the Interstellar soundtrack as well, and I think Hans Zimmer made the pipe organ cool again, so to speak. So it's really cool to hear a good sampled pipe organ. Latoria asked if there's any processing. Yeah, all of this is just stock. I don't know if they put in reverb. It looks like there is reverb dialed in. That's like the stock when you load it up, but of course you can just turn it off, right? And so there's still a lot of tail even with that, but just add that space in and it just transforms it even more. So great. That's the Rathgar Pipe Organ. We have also the there's actually two more I didn't load in, and I'll just go ahead and do that right now while we're here. So the first one that I don't have loaded in is the Pepper Sounds, I believe. There you go. And this is a fun one. So it looks like he had fun sampling this with just peppers, and I've seen something like this before with where you like drill holes in certain vegetables, and then you can make like little flutes out of them or recorders, things like that. I'm not sure how these were done, but I'm pretty sure it's something similar. So let's go ahead and do the pepper sounds, and then while we're here, I'm going to load up the other one called Tom Superball, and that one is right here. Okay, so first one, the pepper sounds. Let's have a listen. That's not, that's the other one, sorry. This is it. Okay, there we go. This would be fun to make some junkyard percussion sounds with. Let's see. That almost sounds like you're ripping the stem off of the pepper. Cool. So you got some bass, and it's organized in a certain way that I'm used to, where you got the bass on the low end, and then just kind of a snare hit. Oh, that's cool. And that's it. So from here to here are the sounds. If I go to the next one, you have pitch percussion. Oh, cool. So these are just pitched. Yeah, it's fun. You can make a lot of music with this. Here's the flute long. Okay, flute short. Something like that. So there's your flute short. Great. So pepper sounds, I would say my favorites are somewhere in the percussion side. That's really fun, and I do enjoy the novelty of that. You can still do a lot with the flutes. Let's see. Again, I think if you pair these with some reverb, it can get you pretty far. So for instance, if I'm doing like a woodwind, maybe too much. And then what else do I do? I usually put, let me see if I can just copy one of these other things over. Let's do the FX mod. Oh, I see. And that really doesn't do much, huh? So then something with, let's say, a supermassive. Yeah, I think certain registers or octaves will probably sound better. Kind of something more, kind of like that siren thing I did with the sake bottles. That would work really well. Okay, so there is your Eduardo Pepper sounds. And let's do the Tom Superball as well. Tom Superball, it looks like, and I'm just guessing it's a mallet with like a rubber ball at the end, and they probably sampled it against like a gong or a bass drum. And that, I love those type of sounds as well. See. And these have reverb on them already. This is how it sounds without it. Yeah, with the reverb, it does pair nice. And so those are the orange hits. I'm curious how this works in the yellows. Start here. Okay, so these sound more staccato to me, whereas the other one is more long. There's also these red key switches, so I'm gonna... Oh, sorry. I don't think they're key switches. They're bass tones. Yeah. Yeah, application-wise, of course, you know, any type of sci-fi, thrillers, horrors, you name it, action, any action sequences. This is like the big, the lull, kind of the moment where you're like, oh, what am I gonna do? And then all of a sudden the monster chases after you. Yeah, so that is the Tom Superball. In terms of pricing or deals, go to their website, check it out, and listen to the other demos they have. I think off the top of my head, the Rathgar Pipe Organ is on sale right now. I believe it's let's see, right now as of today, April 28th, it's on sale for, it looks like 77.22 euros. So yeah, 77 euros and I think 22. I'm from America, so I'm not sure what the comma 22, but I'm guessing it's like 22 cents. But it's originally 99 euros. Great. So there you go. And then one last is the Massive Gongs. The Massive Gongs is their new library. I had the pleasure of looking at that, and so I'll give you guys a brief tour as well. So compliments from Edu Prado and Jan Fitzer. So let's try here. The Massive Gongs has a set of 6 patches, and what I'll do actually is, let me go ahead and duplicate this. And that way I can switch off and maintain the other one that I have for the cue here. So first one is your hits. So as you can see, the picture or the color scheme is similar to before. These all signify different sounds. Okay. Just a nice amount of tail. I'll let that tail out. Okay, so that's a good amount of tail, and that is a one shot. So I just hit it once, and it just released by itself. This orange color one is a bit warmer, probably hit by a different type of mallet, or it could be even a different gong itself. Here's the red. That's nice. And then let's hear the purple. Sorry, that's red. Okay, purple is struck by the like a wooden stick instead. Great. I think with any type of gong sample, the thing to listen for is how easy it is to play, and sometimes I look for a good release. Right. So what I mean by release, the decay and the sustained travel time, it should be pretty long, because you don't want it to just cut out and not have enough for the tail part, especially if it's at the ending of a piece. So there is that. I think the tails are pretty good. We have the expanded hits now. Let's go to what this, how this is arranged. As you can see, there's a middle C. So that's probably the actual sample, followed by the tuned notes from that sample. So yeah, you can do some melodic stuff. Let's try it. Let's see what we can do here. Something action. All right, here's the next one. We have some swells. Let's start with yellow again. So I'm holding on to it, and it looks like it'll loop as you're holding on. If I let go, what happens? It just stops. Okay, here's D. And then here's E. Okay, next one. Here's orange. Oh, that's nice. I'm going to hold that down all the way through. So this is a big crescendo sample. Okay, as I'm doing this, I'm going to play around with these knobs too and see how that affects it. Yeah, the dark really adds a lot of character to that. Let's try the red. Okay, and purples are scrapes. So it looks like all the purple colors are more of the scrapes or wooden stick that hit the gong, whereas the other ones are hit by traditional beaters. Let's go to this cinematic impacts. This is the fourth patch. Put the volume down. That's nice. Here's the fifth one. So these all have different notes, which is really useful in times where you want to pitch your gong to the certain key. Especially how this is arranged. This is more like a pad. And then, as you can see here, there's actually different presets to make it crunchy. You can combine them too. It looks like this is deep. That's the tail. Cool. So yeah. So this is like a. It says cinematic scapes. Okay, I may have misread that in my mind. I thought it said cinematic scrapes. It's scapes. So that makes sense. So these are all pads, and there's 4 different pads with options to combine all 4 or bits of them together. That's nice. This is pretty unique for a sound design. Really works well for film scores. Here's another one, Tune Bells. It's actually the last one, and I believe these are all just pitched as well. So there you go. That's the Massive Gongs, their newest library set, and you can actually pre-order. That is also on sale. So if you guys want to check that out, go ahead. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna use most of these sounds from the libraries and make some music out of it. So what I was going to do is also just show you how this pairs well with all the other VST instruments that I have written for. And this is something I just wrote yesterday, but I added some zebra, some omnisphere stuff, and again, this is a game show cue that's for a musical that I'm producing. That'll be coming out later this year. And here we go. Also, I have some kind of playback error on my end. Let me know if there's some issues with playback. I just want to make sure that I'm being seen and not just heard here. So let me just see one little thing on my end if I can refresh my page. Okay, yeah, we're good. All right, so let's go ahead and dissect that again. Earlier, I played that for you. For anyone that's joining in, I'm just gonna mute these now and then put it out and then in, out and in, so you can hear a difference. Really, the main bread and butter of this is using the Edu Prado sound libraries for this cue, and then I just added some other elements to just thicken it up and whatnot. But that goes to show you can do a lot with a sample library set like this. What I'll do now is we have about an hour left, and what I like to do is just compose something fresh and new from scratch. So feel free to join in and grab some popcorn and just enjoy the show here. I'm just gonna figure a genre out, a mood, and go from there with using the Edu Prado stuff. Let's go ahead and move these guys over. So I'm just gonna move this to about 101. Doing that. All right, there we go. So there's the old cue and then the other example. And let's start a new cue right about here. And this one, I don't know how far I'll go with this, but let's try to do at least like 1 minute of music and see what we could do. First off, a lot of these have processing on them, and I'm not sure if that's something I want or not. But what I'll do then is let's move these guys into a new folder, and we'll call it the game show cue. Okay, here I'm just going to duplicate that. Actually, let's duplicate the folder instead. Little trick for Cubase users, if you don't want to deal with the duplicate D that it makes every time you duplicate a track, you can duplicate the folder instead. And then by doing the folder, you only have to deal with this one D right here. but then everything else is intact in terms of the labeling. So there you go. Let's go ahead now. The reason why I did this was so I can just get rid of any processing, because sometimes that can get in the way of creativity when you're not wanting that per se. So let's just do that, and then we can add it back in if we need to. All right. Get rid of all these guys. Yeah, and of course you can see also that I did some EQ on this. I think that still works for the most part because there's really no bass type of sounds on that. Let's see. And these are some zebras. Some omnisphere. Cool. All right. So what shall we do? If you guys have any suggestions, let me know. If not, I'm just gonna go on my own will here, and I feel like I gotta do that Rathgar pipe some justice and make something really cool. Let's see. All right, so we'll start with the organ. This will be kind of the heart of the cue, let's say. But how could I incorporate all these other ones with the Rathgar? That's the question. And what style? Which one am I? So I'm on the original. Let's try. Let's try this one, the number 1, or is actually number 0, Rathgar Grand Organ. I have an idea. So what if I went like this? Let's see, what key do we want to do? Let's do... Let's say E minor. Okay, do something like that for something a little dramatic. Let's try this. All right. Bum bum. What chord would lead into that? Interesting. It's just a ongoing decline into the abyss. Let's see if we can make some structure to that. Hey, Lucas. Yeah, let's do it. Let's see here. I like how it starts. I'm not sure if I know where this is heading per se, but let's see if I can try something else for a second. Well, actually, let's mute these instead of deleting it. Okay, so 2 of those. Okay, so that's our bass structure. Genre-wise, this reminds me of trying to think of the right mood. I'm not sure if that's the right chord, but yeah, this is kind of like a dramatic love story that never ends well, with a lot of foreboding elements. Something with like vampires, I'm thinking. The organs really do evoke vampires to me. Okay, so what maybe okay, so that's one idea. Let's build on that for a second with either another organ doing the left hand or even the pedal. I wonder if I should go the other way. So instead of going down. Yeah, something like that. If we can tie that with elements of something more like this. Let's see, go higher. That would be kind of fun. Let's get rid of this and try something else real quick. Let's do that's kind of cool. Let's expand on that idea with, let's see. something like this. Where is that? Right here. Arppegiated. I don't really use arpeggiators. I started using them for this project earlier, but it'd be kind of fun to experiment with this. This almost sounds like a reed of a organ, which would actually pair nice. And let's see. Yeah, so if we can get the right arpeggiator, that would be nice. Or we can just dial down our own little manual arpeggiator. Let's see, spark some ideas. Interesting. Dun 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 dun. That's like Michael Jackson. It's like Moonlight Sonata, huh? Okay, so let's go ahead and do this and record the chords that I'm doing up top with the organ. So it goes something like this. Oh yeah. And then the last chord goes like this. Okay, and then let's go ahead and quantize. Cool. So then, that with maybe the pedal. Let's call this the pedal. I kind of like how it starts playing. Maybe I wonder if I just repeat that. Do that instead. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. And then one other element for the beginning. Let's see here. Ah, that flute pepper from earlier. So let's add one of their stock reverbs that they have. Huh, cool. What if we did something like this? make that 16th notes. Smooth. Oh. Try to just think of like a soundscape that would support this. I'm doing some pitch bend. Let's see. I kind of like that sound design. What can I do? Make it less. I guess you can do that. Yeah. It's an interesting sound. I don't know if I'll use it per se. Maybe if I do less of that. Or what was it? That, oh, I had the overdrive in the library itself, right? Maybe get rid of that overdrive. Let's learn that with CC11. Okay. All right. I'm just curious how short it would sound. Yeah, so we want that. Or how about this? No. Okay. So there's one idea. I do enjoy the percussion on it, so let's see if we can do something else besides that here. So what I'll do is bring in these guys. I don't know what I'm doing because whenever I hear these sounds, it just screams comedy, and then this one's like more drama. So maybe not, but we can get a little creative and maybe fit one sound in there. Okay, this is a Superball, and this and the Gongs actually would work well with the organ. So I'm gonna move these guys up here. And then the notebook, we can do something. We also have these guys. Okay, so we'll play around with these now. I always forget my last chord. Let's see. So let's write this down. We have E minor, then we have B, And this is a B, what? Over F sharp, something like that. Or D sharp. And then the next one. B minor. This is where I get tripped up because this is kind of a sus chord. So we got B minor, and then here I want to say it's, oops, didn't mean to do that. It's a say it's a F sharp, sus. Okay. Over C sharp, why not? And that will be like that. Okay, so while I have that mapped out in my head, I was going to use extended mandolins, and I'm using the pad motion, great. And then we're going to do okay, we'll go from there. Oops, wrong chord. Okay, so something happened on that third chord. I'm not sure. Let's see. Maybe that D or B or F sharp. Maybe it's F sharp. Actually, we'll just go ahead and compress those like so. Yeah, these are velocity sensitive, it looks like. Okay, so because I brought up the velocities louder now. Let me check the CCs again. Okay, so CC11 doesn't do anything, so I'm gonna get rid of that. Great. Let's do something similar with the bowed guitars. Just as a concept, let's listen. Let's add some reverb to that. Now I'm hearing something else in my head. So we have that B minor chord, like that. So I'm going to change that to a G. So this will be a G chord, G major with a B. Oops. Why is that sounding? Let's see. Oh, that's why. Get rid of that. There you go. And that should be G. G over B, like so. Is that the right chord? Maybe E minor. So change that. Is that what I'm hearing? So. Is it that? Man, I'm hearing something. Dang it. I can't hear it. It comes and goes. Let's see. So we'll keep the first one the same. Bum. I want to say it's B. Let's just do that. Okay, we'll do the B. I mean, a G over the B. In that case, these should be okay. If I change that out on that chord, I think this one's okay. But I wonder how it'd sound if I did change that to this. Okay, so I think we'll resolve this to a flat, not a flat, a minor fifth. Although we're in the key of E minor, aren't we? So it's not a fifth chord, it's a minor sixth chord. Let's do that here, like that. And change this to a E natural. Same with the organ. Ah, I know what this is reminding me of now. If you guys are a fan of Radiohead, it's actually reminding me of that one song. Pack your bags. Oh, the exit music that's played in the Romeo and Juliet. So I gotta stay away from that. But yeah, that's kind of the idea here. So we're embodying a very solemn, sad, kind of regretful feeling. So while we got the chords going here, let's play around with the bass line a bit and go on this track here. Okay, so gotta remember that change. Let's try again. Starting point. I don't know if I'll start there though. I think I'll start here. Let's get rid of that. Let's start on the second half and let's see how we go. So what I think, because it sounds a lot like Radiohead there, maybe I'll change that ending into something where I just did that bass line too. So we have A sharp, A sharp, okay, maybe we'll change the chords there. What was I doing here? A sharp. Okay. So maybe change that to F sharp. Like that. Okay, let's move this to A sharp. Cool, cool. Keep this thing going that I have here. Let's go ahead and put that glued together. And these should be all quantized for the most part. Actually here. Alright, so smooth out that transition on both sides like so. Alright, so then we have the second half going like this. Change that out to F sharp. I might have to change this like that. Okay, so then we can get a little more angsty and see if we can change that. Let's see, do I have to change the chords? Yes, I do. Okay, I think we're good on the harmonic stuff. Let's keep going on this section now. So here, we'll go up. Let's play back one more time here. Sorry, one sec. I think the remnants of what I had and then changed on the chords are throwing me off here. Maybe if we change that so it goes up in direction, that could help. Like that. I think I got a bad chord, bad note right there. Cool. I feel like maybe I should change the chords here instead, not make it so repetitive. Yeah. Let's do that. So if we were to keep that chord but change the movement so it goes up, I think that would be nice. So not that, actually. Let's do this one. And this one. think we can do a little more on that second half. Let's try again. So chord wise it works. Let's do this. Let's put maybe a melodic content that would go across that. Let's do plucks. Okay. Let's see. It's not really cutting through, huh? Let's try that again. Okay, maybe this chord here at measure 8 works for the F sharp, but when we go to the 16, I think I need to change that. So. Ooh, what should I go back to that C sharp minor thing? Because now I have an idea of what to shape, how to shape this, and get this moving forward. But I gotta find that right transition chord. So, should I do this? Let's see. It's not really C sharp minor. It'd be that. This would be a what? Diminished. So this would be a E or a C sharp or a, call it B flat or A sharp diminished. And then on here, let's do the same changes. So we got all that. Okay, so we have E. Okay, right, and change this note if we need to. The movement maybe should go down more. Oh. Yeah, it does have a Stranger Things vibe, doesn't it? Very ambient. Doesn't have a lot of direction at this point, but has a good vibe. I like the vibe. Let's see. I'm not sure which one's which. Let's see. Let's color this now. So first one would be what? Plucks, I usually go with this color. Let's do orange actually. This one, let's do green. And this one, let's do this color. Alright. So we have that. This one should be here. Okay. That's okay right there. Maybe go down on this one. There we go. Okay. So we have some funky chords happening. And then we just have to like create a new section just of direction of where that would go. Before I do that, actually, let's go back to this guitar harmonic or Guitarmonic. And I had some ideas on the melody. Doesn't really cut through, does it? What else am I doing here? Is it? It's very reverby, but I don't feel like I have a lot of reverb on it. Is it this? Oh, it is this. What is on here? Ah. Okay, let's dial that in. And let's go overdrive. Interesting, look at that. How do I make it more extreme? Level. Okay. Let's see if that does anything different. Let's change the panning a little bit. Okay. Okay, I need to double this with something. I think going back to that pepper sounds, that would be kind of cool. So this one and this one together. Oh, actually, this one. This is kind of loud, so I'll bring that down a little bit. Cool. That's a nice sound. What's wrong with it? Maybe a little bit bright. Maybe too much on this. Like that. Okay, so going back to this. Make the guitar harmonics louder, which it is, and bring this down. Okay, let's see how it sounds again. This guitar thing maybe is a bit, let's see, too much in the low. It's better. Okay. On the ending. Try it. Let's see. Here's a little trick. So I go like this and click on that, and they're both armed. Okay. Okay, next chords. Before I forget, actually, this should be somewhere around here. And this should be around here. Yeah, just checking the CCs there. That's about right. Let's quantize these guys too, clean it up a bit. Compress the velocities just a tad. Okay. Go back to B. I don't know if I want the E. Bum 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 bum. Okay, so we have B minor. Alright, was that what I did? So A7 and then G. Okay, let's try. 2, 3. I'll do the A7 instead. So A and then A7. Something like that. What if I went the other way? This. Okay, let's hear it from the beginning actually. And then maybe just go right into the F sharp chord there. Okay, so let's write that down. The chords are B minor. Then it goes to A. Then A7. Oh, not C7. A7. Then it goes to G. And then G over B. Pretty much G. I mean, I could keep it just G, but I'll write the bass. I think it was a B. Yeah. No, I had the other way. So it's this way, like that. And then you have F sharp. Okay. So we can finish this off with the bass line. And see how it goes from here. So we have maybe we'll do like a this will be the pedal and we'll add a left hand on a different one. That'd be kind of fun. Oh, it's even lower, huh? If that should be a E minor chord instead. And it doesn't want to change chords for some reason. Is it locked? I'm not sure. It is. Okay, so E minor. Let's do E minor chord. Okay, so going back. Yeah, E minor 7 something. E minor 7. Okay. Okay, and then let's add some chords here. We'll start with the bowed guitars. I have some really spread out chords here, so I have E. So let's do this B minor chord like that. Let's try again. Oops. Just for the sake of time, I'm gonna do something like this. Copy these over, these little mod wheels stuff. I don't know if I like that bass line now, so let's tweak that just a sec. Maybe that G chord was right. Okay, I'm having second thoughts. This happens very often, as you'll see, is the chord that you think it is on isn't right, and you change it, then you go back. It's just one of those things. I don't know how you guys work on your harmonies, but a lot of times I usually know what chord it is, but there's usually these like elusive chords that get me. Sometimes I'm like, what is it? Anyways, yeah, so we got that part down. And I feel like we can double this too. This part would be fun to expand. Just go like that. Okay. Now what? Now we go here and do the sake bottle or the extended mandolin. Let's do extended mandolin. So same idea, but closer now. And this will be the upper register of that. Just recorded that retroactively. It's a lot easier when it's closer together like that, so you can do the wheel and the one-handed notes. I also did a pedal, so I'm going to get rid of the pedals. Boom. Like that. Quantize. Great. Okay, next then, actually, before we go on, quantize that too. And let's expand on that by just making it twice as long. Okay, so now we have the sake bottle with some arpeggiation going on here. Yeah, the pad is lush, huh? Yeah, sounds nice. With all the reverb and just the correct amount of tail dialed in, it does sound really good. And again, mind you, these aren't synthesizers, right? These are sampled sources, which is nice. So, what am I doing here? Let me look at the other chords. So we have, oh, I hate when this happens. Like that. Okay, so, boom. On the last ones, I was doing E, G, B. Oh, I'm going way up. Okay, so then here, let's stay in that area. Change that to here. Oops, I didn't meant to do that. Okay, now it's twice as long. And then that way I can build on this with some kind of melody, or even like a low bassy gong. I did have some massive gongs from the same company. And what if we did the tune bells? Be kind of fun to experiment that. Let's see what else we have. On here we had the cinematic scrapes. We have the impacts. Let's try the expanded hits. Tune bells probably be the best. It's going to be really spacey. So we have sparser probably is the better option here. It's kind of muddy, but one solid hit would be nice. Let's try that. Here we go. Hope you're having fun here. I think honestly a lot of this could go in over here. And if that's the case, should I just double this together? So for instance, so this is the bell. Let's color this too real quick. So we have this would be blue, and let's call this be what color? Yellow. Okay. And then this one should be also yellow. Now let's do this one red. bass line for red. Okay, so going back here, let's go ahead and copy that. Interesting. Cool. We could shape that a little bit. So what's happening here? It's just lacking some dynamics. Okay, so let's glue these guys together. Oh, none of them have CC stuff on it. So let's go to the beginning. And then this should be around there. Also up here. Something like that. Okay. Last thing would be this element here, which is the melody, you could say. Let's try making something in between there. double this over on this side. Let's see. All right. Should I do a punch in? Let's see. Like that. Oops, now I have to press record. I don't know if that ending works, but I think most of it worked. Whoops. Take off the punch. Maybe well, we'll keep the chord the same. Let's see, I'm thinking for ramping the energy up, we should probably go up. So a lot of these should be shorter, like that. Let's do this. Any long note that's like almost a bar, let's bring it down and shorten. Like this, and then bring them even shorter, like that. It's an interesting sound, this, whatever this is. Go ahead, the pepper sound. I feel like what would help is putting some kind of compressor on there. Anyone use the Shadow Hills compressor? I got it for free when they were giving that little deal, but I think if we were to do something like this, let's see. Maybe compress that whole shebang. Okay, and then one more thing. Let's do another Rathgar Pipe Organ, and let's do this. Or medieval, let's see. Oh, interesting. I think it's like a fifth. I think they're adding a fifth or something on those notes. That's pretty cool. So let's, I have an idea here. Should I go lower? Find the right notes. The medieval thing's cool. It has a lot of character, but I don't know if that's the best option. Let me see just a few other options before we go on. That's perfect. Let's try that. Just gotta play the right notes though. Stretch on that last part. I think that's the gist. Let's see. So here and right, something like that. That sounds good too. like that. What? Okay. And then a little gong. Let's try the one of those gongs that has a swell in it. Let's do this one. Is that right? Or is it this one? I think that's the right one. I think it sounds different though from before. I'm not sure why. That's kind of cool too. Let's see, expanded hits. I think it was this. I'm pretty sure. Let's do hits. Maybe we'll do a hit instead. Of course, it's rushed because of my latency. Okay, so there's that, and then anything else? I guess we could add to that. I mean, I'm fine using all the Eduardo stuff. I had some of these pads, you know, just to kind of help warm it up. Honestly, it's fine without it. This would just help, maybe. There's also these ticky-tacky stuff that would be really fun to use. Maybe what I'll do is I'll copy this idea I had over here, and put that kind of towards the end. That'd be a good element. Let's see. Maybe change one of those sounds. This one. Okay. What am I hearing? It doesn't want to play it, huh? This is an arpeggiator, by the way. What can I do? What can I do? Pop, pop. I think it's just that arpeggiator, huh? There's a certain sequence that it's doing. I don't know if I can change. I don't know how to change that actually. Let's see. If I go here, yeah, this is all funky. From sequence. I don't even know. If you guys happen to know, let me know. Okay, so I apparently changed some setting when I did that. let's do arpeggiato at, auto piano, excuse me. Let's see. Okay. It seems like it's panning to the right, which is more than I want. Maybe the timing of it. Yeah. Interesting. It'd be nice to pan that more evenly, so let's try the FX modulator. And we go here to the pan and do this. Bring that up more. Okay. Is that right? I'm not hearing it. Oh, I see. Let's shift that over. Okay, and then move this down here, actually. That's all we need. Huh. Is there a simpler way to do this? So we have that. And then bring this down here. Yeah, more or less. That's the idea. And then let's bring that in just a little bit. Okay. Cool. Let's actually give it a breath, like a 1 bar. Okay, and then we'll end it with a chord. Boom. Let's see. That one's kind of nice. Let's do a render on this one, so we can control this a little bit better. Boom, look at that. Right about there. Honestly, we could probably time stretch that in a little bit. Right about there, we'll do a chord. That's interesting. I thought we were in a key of E minor, but I don't think we are. B minor. Okay, so let's try that. just do 1 bar each, actually. Well, 2 bars at the end, but for that first one, 1 bar. That's it. So I'll, just for congruency sakes, I'm gonna cut that and put that here where the pedal would be. It's kind of loud. I think the pedal or this track is just programmed a little bit louder. So it could be just a matter of the fader right here, tweaking that. And I think we have ourselves a little track that is has good bones. You know, it's something that incorporates most of the stuff we have here. Looks like we have the pepper sounds. What do we have here again? I can't remember. Yeah, so it's the flute, but I've tweaked that with some FX modulator stuff. We have the Rathgar pipes. We got some Lightswitch Tocks. Actually, speaking of which, I'm not sure if I should start it earlier or not. Maybe if I start it here, how would that sound? I think it would be nice there. Whoops. But I probably need to automate this real quick so that it gets slowly louder and louder. Easy way to do that is just with some velocity. Something like that. Okay, bring this one. This one actually be easier since there's so many notes to do this and just draw it in. Hearing something. I think we could ramp up some of the energy here with just some gong hits, like really inconspicuous. We have. That's kind of cool. That's a nice little sound effect, like almost like a reverse hit. I don't know if that comes through though in the mix. But yeah, that's about all I can do for today. Adding just one little thing here. Oh, sorry. Yeah, it's super quiet. Whoop. I wonder if it'd be better to reverse that even. Processes like that. It's interesting. Boo. could use a gong, huh? Oh, you know what? Actually, instead of I know what would be better than this. Let's do one more thing. Call it good for today. Let's do a stick hit, like a scrape or a stick, and they do have that, and I believe this one. Oh, the same one. Or expanded. Swells, but it swells. Yeah. That's probably the best one right there. So that D, let's do that right here. Okay. It's a little earlier than I thought. Is there a delay anywhere? That'd be perfect. If we put a delay in there, effect rack, and go like that. And let's do let's do this. Okay, let's do quarter notes. Yeah, this one. Okay, that's it. Narrow the image a little bit. Sorry, I meant to change the color. I pressed the wrong button. This was a orange, yellow. Let's do a darker yellow. Now I'm gonna bring this up in the mix. There's something with that ending, so let's see. Maybe go a little shorter. And start that crash right there. Bring this in as well. Okay, great. Let's go ahead and put that together from the beginning. It has a lot of fun demonstrating Edu Prado Sounds' libraries. There's plenty of great sounds to play around with. I thought it'd be fun to make a composition from scratch, so there we have it. And I didn't actually use anything else on this one. No zebra, no omnisphere. I could, but you know, you get the gist of it. So I'm going to press play, and let's go ahead and hear how this sounds. Okay. Well, that's it for today, guys. I will try to do another live stream in the next coming week. Thursdays around 8 p.m. is usually when I do it, but I'll make announcements as well. If you want to get more announcements or stay in touch with that, I have a newsletter, which you can find in the link in the descriptions. Check out the Edu Prado Sounds on the on their website. I also have a link on there as well. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.